Hey, what's going on, everybody? It's King Gabe coming at you once again, and just got a few things to inform y'all about what's coming up for the channel and everything. First of all, y'all know I mentioned in the live stream, and I mentioned in a few videos prior. We do the season one finale, of course, is coming. We've been preaching that for a long time. Brownie's season one reaction finale. Um, gonna be of course, the Muppets reaction. Gonna have should be able to have that out in May. The reaction to the Muppets Treasure Island, and of course, that's the reaction that's gonna lead into the two-parter finale, which is Looney Tunes Back in Action. About this right now, we're about to sit down. Oh yeah, this is a 4-pack, by the way. That's why you see these other movies. But we're about to take a look at the Looney Tunes Back in Action in order to put Brownie's parts in the script. The rest of the script is done. I also mentioned that in the previous live stream. It is done. The skip parts that happen outside of Brownie reacting to the movie, which is one of the reasons why it took quite a bit to put together, because the skit outside of it is sort of parroting the Looney Tunes movie itself with a story of its own. Yep, with a story of its own that involves CJ teamed up with the Looney Tunes in a very wacky but also emotional adventure. Yeah, so yeah, it's definitely gonna be really big, and even the reaction to the movie is gonna be pretty big. Because there's some stuff that Brownies definitely got to mention about what happened behind the scenes with the production of Back in Action. What all it went through, and sort of like so many hands went into the pie of the movie, and so many people and different opinions and mindsets when they were making this. It was a lot of stuff that happened making that movie. Um, so yeah, so it's definitely going to be that to once Muppets, and then this two-parter is out. That will wrap up season one. Season one should be wrapped up within the month of June, no later than that. And immediately after that, there will be the start of season two, which I've already got in mind what we got for season two. Also with some things that Claire has in mind as well, to sort of put them in a good junction there, if there is such a term. If it isn't, oh well, I just said it. Anyway, first, when season two of Brownie Reactions start, there, the first reaction is gonna have like brand new opening and everything. Probably will either use the same music, with obviously different footage, obviously. So it'll be different footage, but we're not. It's either gonna be the same theme, the dun 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 dun, dun, or it might possibly be a different one. I'm kind of leaning toward using the same music at least. Yeah. Since it's only been one season, so there's gonna be that. The first reaction will be to the special features of the Looney Tunes Back in Action, which will show the the deleted scenes, and the other stuff on the DVD that would be shown to sort of further highlight what ways the movie could have went. And then the second one will be a movie called Hook, with Robin Williams. Those of you who've seen the movie, where he was an adult Peter Pan. And originally we were gonna do a Phineas and Ferb Across the Second Dimension, but after that whole debacle with Disney having an issue with the third Darkwing Duck episode, and kind of going back and forth with it, because I sort of was like, okay, forget you for now. I was like, I had to sort of step, from doing Disney. There's probably gonna be some Disney related stuff in the reaction, but there won't be a whole lot of it. The Muppets, that's definitely still, playing. That's gonna be the next reaction before the season 1 finale. So we're not canceling the Muppets. Disney ain't gonna look. Disney, you're gonna have to deal with some of your stuff being reacted to. Maybe not as much as we wanted to, but you're gonna have to deal with some things. Gotta do it. Yeah, we gotta do it, Mouse. Anyway, he'll be all right. so yeah, the Muppets. And so instead of Phineas and Ferb across the second dimension, yeah, it'll be the Hook movie. Where we have where CJ will sort of have a little thing with her and Carlos, which will sort of lead into the Scooby Month for this year, which will be in September. Before the Scooby Month, there will be between the Hook movie and the Scooby Month, there will be a reaction to, of course, Cool Cat stops the coronavirus. So that's gonna be the third episode of the season 2 reactions. That's what I have planned right now. And I had a bit. Oh, I had an idea for it at first how Brownie would get into this. That was gonna involve. It was gonna involve Batman and Commissioner Gordon from the '90s Batman animated series, and they were supposed to have Daddy Derek shipped to Arkham Asylum, but he never showed up. So so they had an undercover officer who turns out to be Butch the Bully grown up, going by a different name. Of course, as an undercover officer or probably an FBI agent. And so he would stake out at Brownie's house to react to the Cool Cat coronavirus movie. And at the end of it, Daddy Derek would show up just as he assumed he would, show up with Agatha. It's been Agatha all along. I really probably shouldn't have said that, but as for why Agatha's there, well, you'll find out in the Looney Tunes reaction why she's here with Daddy Derek. Matter of fact, you'll find out in the Muppets there. So there would be that, and yeah, it was pretty much just supposed to end there. They were just gonna deliver a message about Scooby Month and Savage's new movie that he announced at the end of the Angry Game Nerds movie, and then just leave. So what I thought about instead, to kind of go into that a little bit further, but at the same time kind of make it where I can do it a little bit quicker, and sort of shorten it. Brownie would be researching about this new move, the Cool Cat Helps the Soul Boy. He'd be trying to research about it, and he would pull up Cool Cat Fights the Coronavirus and would decide to react to it only because he wants to see if there's going to be any information in the movie about it. He doesn't find any information about the Soul Boy, but Daddy Derek shows up just like I had planned. But instead of it being and it would still be Butch the Bully as the FBI agent or undercover officer. He would still show up, but he wouldn't be with Batman. What I got planned instead, Doctor Strange would show up to save Brownie, of course, and Daddy Derek gets away with Agatha's help. And it's like, and Brownie's like, this is just looks like I have a feeling that Daddy Derek's gonna be back, and he will. So there's that. Then like I say, I already mentioned about the Hook, and the Hook will be in the behind the scenes of Back in Action. So then after that, we'd have another filler reaction that would lead into the Scooby Month for September. Got some pretty big plans for that. That's gonna involve Carlos. Can't spoil it here, but it's gonna involve Carlos and Mal, and of course, just like last could be month, Mal is gonna be up to some they're gonna be some up to some pretty evil stuff here. Oh yes. Yeah, Brownie's gonna be in for a major confrontation with Mal. Then this will carry over into Brownie Wing, where we will have a reaction involving another Disney movie that we really have to do as well. Maleficent. Yeah. You'll find out why and how that's gonna play, why that's gonna be so important. You'll find that out when we get to that. It'll be sort of toward the end of Brownie Wing, so there will be other Brownie Wing movies to look at before that. Halloween and everything. And then we're gonna have fillers for November. I guess you could say kind of Thanksgiving related. It's really hard to find good Thanksgiving specials or movies like the way you do at Christmas or Easter. That's one thing Bob Shaw pointed out once. So yeah, definitely be some fillers, somewhat Thanksgiving related. Definitely would. I definitely intend for one of them to be the Nutty Professor, with Eddie Murphy, because that's a pretty good movie. I think that would be Thanksgiving. So that few others, and then of course we got to have Christmas stuff for December, and at the end of December, the end of the year reaction. This time around, like the way we had the Nutcracker last Christmas, last end of the year / Christmas, it's gonna be the Spider-Verse movie, which will introduce a lot of brownies from different dimensions, sort of parroting the Spider-Verse while they react to the movie, and of course they have to deal with another one of Mal's nefarious plots. So, and she's teamed up with Agatha. So there'll be that. After that, in the new year, 2022, January 2022, kind of, I guess you could say, leading up to what'll be left of season 2 before going into season 3, is gonna be a Robin Williams month. Robin Williams month to start 2022, and then probably we got a few other things planned, but we're just not sure like when and where they're gonna happen, as far as movies to react to and plot lines. So, like I say, it's kind of left open, kind of up in the air. It's just all a matter of, what movie we're gonna fit what into. So that definitely leaves it also open for you guys to go in the comment section, like you did, the video I put where I was at Walmart looking at all different movies, to recomment about the movies you want to see Brandon react to. I know you probably done it. If you're like, well, I did that already. But hey, just you keep doing it, because like I say, like my uncle once said that I work with my Uncle Terry, because he was mentioned in a previous video for his a happy birthday to him, when I said he's pretty much Batman to me. One thing he always tells us, write it down. I ain't gonna remember it. So, hey, you commented on it. You did comment. You did put what you wanted, but hey, you can put it. You can keep putting it. And trust me, I don't mind. You repeating. Suggestions and stuff. I do not mind that at all. I know there's some YouTubers that are kind of a little annoyed by that. They'd be like, we get you in the comments. You stop mentioning it over and over. But I don't mind that, because hey, that's part of the engagement in the comment section. So yeah, definitely keep putting that in there, because chances are we'll see it and we will find somewhere to work it in. Just all depends on what we have in mind. But hey, we see it out there, we'll find a way. Yep. So there's that for Brownny Reactions. And also definitely I don't know when this will be, but at some point we definitely two things are gonna come up in the future. Probably gonna be in 2022. Cats. God forbid. Cats, the recent Cats movie, and the Yu-Gi-Oh! Dark Dimensions, because the first Brownie reaction was the first Yu-Gi-Oh! Movie. We did Bonds Beyond Time in January, and I also put up a re-edit of it recently, so y'all could hear my friend Casey hear her audio a lot better. So definitely, I recommend you check out the re-edit. And I might, if I the first chance I get, I might do a re-edit of Celebrity Jeopardy. It won't really be like redoing it or something like that. It's just practically reposting it so it can be on Brownie's channel because it's on my other channel. So it'll be just reposted on Brownie's channel, something like that. Not really much of a re-edit there. It's more like reposting. But yeah, it'll definitely be reposted on the channel that to add the views to Brownie's channel. Also, so that's what's gonna happen with Brownie's reactions in the future. As for with Yumeko, I just finished issue 1, the rough draft issue 1. I hadn't done any illustrations for it or anything like that. It's pretty much a penciled rough draft in a notebook. It's not even in the computer. It's just in a notebook right now. But first chance I get, I will copy it, type it into the computer so I can have it in the computer and in the notebook, have both ways. So the first issue is, I know in the previous video I mentioned about the character Taikari, the game fairy, that would eventually come into the real world of the Yumeko series. Okay, so with the ending to issue 1 of Yumeko, Taikari, if the event, I think in the last, I got tongue tied. I think in the video I mentioned about Hiko falling into the lake of death. I mentioned in the last video, and Brownie would be like, Hiko! And Taikari would be like, hold on a second, and bring Hiko out. Bring Hiko back. I changed that. Instead, this is what the ending is now. It's actually gonna be Brownie and Hiko find the secret room in the cave that they go in, and it has a jar of grape jelly. Now wait. Let me explain. This is based off the original game Star Tropics. Only big difference was in Star Tropics it was a jar of medicine that would heal your life point. I mean not life point, but your heart level, because you have you start off with 3 hearts, and each level, you get more hearts added to you, and those jars of medicine would keep your hearts, up. Like say you lose some, you can use a jar of medicine to recharge, sort of like a super potion in Pokemon. So with that, when I first saw those jars, I did not know that was medicine. I thought that was some kind of jelly or jam that was red. So that's why in my Yumeko story, I called it grape jelly. Because of, what I thought of it as a kid. So it's grape. So they find the grape jelly, and Hiko explained, because he's played this game, not completely, but a little bit of it. Sort of like me in real life with the first Star Tropics game. I only got past chapter 3 of Star Tropics, and I was never able to complete that game because that graveyard level was major difficult. I think I may have succeeded the graveyard level of chapter 3, but then they had more in chapter 3, and yeah, I didn't get much further after that. And yet, for some reason, I was able to win Star Tropics 2. Kind of odd. I can win the sequel game, but I don't do so good with the first game. It's kind of weird. So Hiko knows a little bit about that. He's mentions to Brownie that the grape jelly will charge up your heart points. And Brownie's like, okay, yeah, that'll work. And then that's when Taikari would show up, the game fairy. Duly note she's not going by Taikari just yet because they haven't named her yet. So all they know of her is she's the game fairy. That's all they know. Later she gets the name Taikari. So she comes up and she's like, I could hold on to that for you. Hold on to that for you by, shrinking it down with her magic to in order for it to be more convenient for them to more convenient for them to carry while Hiko and Brownny are having to battle the monsters. She hold on to the jar of jelly in a miniature form, for them. That way, it makes it more, like I said, it makes it more convenient. How convenient! So Brownny is really suspicious about Taikari because, like I say, Brownie's never been in this game or even has ever played or let alone been in this game. So he's suspicious about Taikari. Like, wait a minute, how do we know you're not just gonna run off with the jar and steal it from us? And because of him being suspicious and accusing her, she gets really upset. She's really sensitive, and her sensitivity leads to her getting very upset easily in anger. Sort of like CJ and her mother Tinkerbell. Yeah. So, yeah, she's really upset about this, and then eventually, like, after her and Brownie going back and forth with each other for a little bit, she just like, well, look, get on in the next room. Like, see if I care. Brownie goes in the next room, and that's what leads to the Lake of Death. And the issue 1 ends with a to be continued as Brownie dissolves into the Lake of Death. Yeah, but don't worry. Brownie will come back in issue 2, but Hiko's going to have to do some major convincing to the game fairy because she is really upset with Brownie being on her case. So, yeah, and it's not to make Brownie a jerk or anything like that. Like I said, this is Brownie's first time, coming. It's kind of this Brownie in this series is more childlike because the Brownie that we see during the reaction to the movie is pretty much an adult like Mace. But in this comic series, he's more like a little kid, sort of like Hiko is, but kind of childish there. So yeah, it's kind of more like that. So obviously he'll develop. Taikari will develop, Hiko, as well as all the other characters in the series as they go along. Yeah, it's definitely going to be a lot of terms of development there, especially the whole dynamic with Brownny and Taikari. Almost kind of puts me in the mind of Dinobot and Rat Trap from Beast Wars. If it weren't for you, I'd be kicking back on Cybertron right now. Perhaps I've done the planet a favor. You know what you are? You scale belly! Bring it, cheese eater! Yeah! Yeah, pretty much like that. Oh my goodness. And definitely like that one when they were going at each other about something that happened to Tigatron. And Rhinox was like, hey, not now. And then they did this to each other. Oh, there's going to be that. So, yeah, that's definitely what you could look for in your Yumeko series. There's a lot playing for your Yumeko series, not just with Hiko, them going through this game back and forth between that, but when they're going, even in the real world, stuff is happening, which opens the door for a lot of short stories that I've written, other game references, as well as, dreams I've had, all that good stuff. And also stuff that I've imagined there. So yeah, we got a lot in store for Yumeko. Just from the start of this series, just from the start of what I've just told you. Same thing with Brownny Reactions, and also we definitely still intend to have Bubblina issue 4 out by June. That way, while all this is going on with Brownny Reactions, I can also at the same time during the summer um, work with Nisha on issue 2 of her Dora comic if she wants to. Like I say, I assume that she probably would, because since the first issue left off on a cliffhanger. But like I say, I have to find out. So yeah, this. I'll just say it's it's a decision that's left up to her. So that's pretty much what I have to go off of on that. So that's pretty much what's going to be coming up for the future of Brownny Reactions and Yumeko and a few other things. So now I got to get to work on the Looney Tunes stuff, and we'll have some more. We'll be with you guys. We'll be with you guys next time. Be sure to come to the live stream tonight at 8 o'clock Central. Being that it's Sunday, or I guess if you're listening to this on another day past today, well, hope you see the replay of the live stream. So, till then, see y'all later.